All right, so welcome back, everybody. Today, it's gonna be a little bit of a break from wheeling.
Yep.
We are down in Ajo, Arizona. We're gonna spend a couple days out in the middle of nowhere running the El Camino del Diablo.
Would you just call me an Ajo?
I called you an Ajo. I called the town an Ajo. So we are, El Camino del Diablo, the Devil's Highway, about the most remote place we've probably been, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No
it's
cell
pretty
signal?
much 2 days, no service, no signals, no fuel,
No water.
no nothing. So you gotta make sure you pack all your supplies and you got full tanks of fuel. And
the only thing that we might run across is some drug smugglers and border hoppers, I guess. That'd be about the only thing
there is
run
some
across.
pretty cool warning signs of warning you of that. And we had to go through to get the permit to be able to run this. We had to watch this video and stuff. There's all sorts of military bases out here.
Yeah, there's the Barry M. Goldwater. I think it's an Air Force range that we're going to go through.
Yep.
Can't venture off the trail once we're in there because there's a lot of unexploded ordnance laying around from all their test bombings and
I
such.
think it's a great game of hide and seek, personally.
Ooh, look at this shiny thing. Yeah, so anyway.
Where's Joe Dirt when you need him?
Yeah, so I don't think there's really going to be anything too treacherous out here. Some deep sand, some ruts.
That's it.
Some two-wheel driving.
It's mostly going to be the most beautiful two-wheel driving we'll probably ever do. It's just crazy remote. We're literally as far away from civilization as you could probably get in the United States.
Yes.
There's just nothing out here whatsoever, which is kind of the fun part of it.
Fun fact, AT&T cell signal didn't even have service in town. So
yeah.
that's how remote this place is.
He was
right?
using my phone to call his wife.
Anyway, so before we hit this for the next few days, you want to do a quick damage update?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great trip. We really haven't had a lot of issues.
Nothing major.
Nothing major.
Unless you're very particular about your paint.
Yeah.
Then major issues pretty much all around.
Yeah. Rooftop tents look like you drag them down the highway upside down.
Yeah, pretty much.
By the way, those tents are absolutely freaking amazing.
I just noticed this huge scratch on you.
Dude, my whole hood is scratched.
Oh no, I do have some on my head. You can see them.
Both of these Jeeps are just beyond scratched to crap. But you know what? We got
for the course.
Yeah, who cares? They're a Jeep. We didn't buy a Maserati, right?
No, I'm probably gonna get laughed at the mall though.
Probably. But we did tweak some steering stuff. No big deal. That was an easy fix. Bob had a ball joint trying to fall out of the knuckle.
It tried very, very hard to fall out.
Oh, it tried really hard. We just happened to catch it as we were airing down, so we put that back in.
Shredded tire?
Gonna have to keep an eye on that ball joint when we get home. We're gonna have to do a permanent fix for that, but we'll milk it through this trip. I did cut a tire on my Jeep. Not sure what rock caught it, but it got in an argument with one of them.
Plenty of them out there to choose from, I'm sure.
Yeah,
So.
all the wheeling we've been doing the last few days, it was caught a tire somewhere. I got a couple squeaks and rattles, but I mean, the way we've been driving these things, I don't expect anything different.
No, not at all.
Really though, it was mostly paint, tire, a couple small steering things.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of rock crawling and wheeling this last week and a half. It's unbelievable scenery. I'm so glad I came on this trip. I'm so glad I finally got some scratches on my Jeep. It looks like a real Jeep now.
Right on.
It's been an amazing adventure, and hey, we're not done yet.
No, not even close.
Let's go hit the devil.
Let's do it. All right, we just made it to the Bates Well. It's not very far into the trail. I think we're probably like 14, 15, 16 miles. I'm not really sure. And I don't even know what the heck this is. It's been here a really, really, really long time apparently. Holy shit. I don't really know. This feels sketchy. This would be a cool place to camp. What? Yeah, what do you think?
It's pretty awesome. So I was just reading the sign here, and apparently this was a private ranch before they even built the monument in the 30s.
1937.
And, yeah, they built the monument, and so they had, obviously grandfathered the ranching in here until the gentleman died. But I guess they were trying to push him out for quite a long time, for 40 years, and he kept fighting back until he died in the 70s. And then it just kind of...
They won then.
Yeah, they won then, right?
It's kind of a cool little house. Let's walk back, check out some of these other buildings. Some of the outbuildings over here by this Wells. Bates Well. I'm gonna guess that's the well. Yes, sir. Cool old building. Crazy. Bob, what'd you find?
Well, we are here at the O'Neill gravesite. I don't know who he was or she was, but I did remember reading that we're supposed to leave something on the grave for good luck. So we're gonna do that. What'd you bring, Ken? What are you leaving?
Stuff.
I've got a 2018 dime I'm gonna throw there, and I also have a oil change punch card with one already punched. So whoever picks this up, I don't know if people take these from here, if they get 4 more oil changes at the Jeep dealer in Lansing, Michigan, they'll get a free one. So
nice.
I'm gonna leave that there too. What do you got?
I have my good luck penny.
Your good luck penny?
My good luck penny. Okay. I'm gonna donate my good luck penny because, well, I mean, it doesn't work for me at all, so it might work for them. So there's the penny, and then just in case, Twisted Metal Jeep Club card. So we're gonna make sure that I'm gonna put it right into this 50 cal bullet.
There you go. Maybe some people will join the club now, all the way in Arizona.
There's all sorts of cool tribute stuff. There's a tire pressure gauge. There's all sorts of ammunition.
There's a fender flare.
There's part of a fender flare. A bunch of sunglasses.
An admittance patch to Valhalla. Some horseshoes. A thermometer. A Slayer CD.
A Slayer CD. Holy crap! Somebody was dedicated.
Someone was generous, man.
Oh, Bob, there's a snake.
I want
right
to comb.
There. Bob, there's a snake.
Oh, there is a snake.
Right there.
Oh, it's not a real one. I know, I saw it.
You almost freaked out.
There's a light bulb, a tire pressure gauge, some lighters. Man, a battery even. Generosity. It's awesome. Ken, what do you think of the trek so far down the El Camino del Diablo?
So far out in the middle of nowhere, it's just insane. And not only that,
peaceful.
Does your cell phone work?
Nope.
Because of my travels to Jamaica, I have international on my phone. And by the way, I'm on Mexico's internet.
Yeah, he did send me a message there over the the radios that we're about 2 miles or so from the border.
Yep.
And he picked up Mexican Verizon.
Yeah, because of my my international phone plan from all the other travels that I do. It picked it up. I was like, oh my God. So I'm checking Facebook.
Must be nice.
And I just got my Netflix updates.
I haven't had signal since we got on to, actually there was a brief, like maybe half a mile section where I saw it pop up and I got a couple downloads. So I tried calling my wife and of course she didn't answer. So, but
I've had signal for about a half hour.
Since we got so close to Mexico, apparently.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, so we pulled off this little parking spot thing. Bob wanted to get some pictures. We can see the border wall from here. And something else we saw, somebody's not having a wonderful day. Whoops. Border Patrol got a flat tire. And they got their spare tire out. Does it have any? Yeah, spare tire is good. There's a jack in the front seat. I'm not sure why they haven't changed it. If they were here, we would change it for them even. So somebody had to have picked them up. Irony, I suppose. All right, we just pulled into camp for the night. Got some charcoal going. There's a fire ring here. Got our tent set up. Bob, what you doing?
We are making dinner. I am making dinner.
I was gonna say we ain't doing shit.
I'm making dinner.
What is that?
Grill up some potatoes. We're gonna make some tacos with potatoes, chorizo, and some ground beef.
Nice. And while Bob is doing that, hold on, this is way more important. While Bob's doing that, I'm making ice so that we can make drinks. Oh, we got a few ice already. 2 loads of ice have dropped. 3rd one's getting ready. All right, Bob, how's dinner going?
Well, it'll be going better if I could find the tortillas, buddy. I had them out. I don't know what the heck happened to them.
You lost our food?
Not all of it.
Some of it? So what's in the frying pan?
We got some ground beef, chorizo, potatoes, onions, and garlic. We're gonna make some tacos if I could find the tortillas, which I already got out once today.
It's been a long day though. Who knows when you got them out?
Where the fuck did they go, dude? They're not in my Jeep at all. Do you have them?
What is that, Bob?
That's an oopsie, Ken.
We'll throw that in the fire.
That is a fire. That's called a fire starter.
Oh man.
The next day.
All right, good morning. It is day 2 on the El Camino del Diablo. We are just getting underway. We made it about 70 or so miles yesterday, all the way down to the Tule Wells camping location. So we camped there. We met some other folks that were camping there here from Arizona. And we got about 50 or so miles left to go on the trail, I believe. We're gonna run it all the way to the interstate that takes us just a few miles from Yuma. We're gonna run into Yuma, wash off the Jeeps. They are absolutely filthy. You know, get the air filters cleaned out, and so on and so forth. And you know, from there, gonna head back towards the Tucson area to our new favorite taco place, which happens to be a taco truck just off of Broadway. I don't know the name of it, but it's a seafood taco truck, and it was remarkable. So we'll take a little bit more video for you on the trail today, and we'll catch back up when we get into Yuma. so we just exited the Cabeza Prieta National Wildlife Refuge and have entered the Barry M. Goldwater range. It's an Air Force range where we have explicit instructions to remain on the trail as much as we can, and if we see any unexploded ordnance laying around on the ground, to not touch it. We've already seen a couple fire planes fly over, which was pretty awesome.
This is the original route.
So this, one thing to note, so here's an actual map of the trail. We camped right here at Tule Well. So as soon as we made this this turn to get on here, this is the road from here to, I believe they called it Wellington, which is the town right here. This whole section of the trail is the one that they graded and widened for all the trucks to come down, and I guess from here over is the section that they're building the border wall. So when we were, you can see in the video where, it's not really trail, it's more road. It's basically this whole section from Wellington all the way to Tule Well. The section that we took, we went from Tule Well, we only caught up to that road just in this small section, and then we continued on this way. And as you can see, we're here, and this is just the last little bit of dirt road that takes you to 8. Just outside of, just east of Yuma by about, 10 or 15 miles. So,
and then you can see where the original El Camino del Diablo route started down here in Mexico.
Yep.
And then it crossed the border up by here.
Yeah, the original route, as Ken said, right here is, I believe they said it was over 250 miles all the way into Yuma. One of the things that we had read before we got here was this last section that we completed, which was basically on this side of the mountains, and I don't remember what the mountain range is. That was pretty sweet. We just heard some bombing. This side of the mountain range, at least on the U.S. side, they're sure that this is the actual original El Camino del Diablo. They said this one may have just evolved over the years, but they said this is the exact route that they traveled hundreds of years ago. That is so awesome.
You can hear machine guns.
I don't know if you can hear the ordnance exploding and the machine gun firing or not, but we're hearing it in the background. Nothing better than a nice military backdrop to this epic trail.
God bless USA.
Hell yeah, man. It's like a jackass, even though you are a jackass. All right, come on, be closer. All right, not that close, and you're touching my hip, and this is getting awkward. There's 35 seconds of video that we don't need.
If they only knew what we did when the camera wasn't on.
That's frightening. All right, so we just completed the El Camino del Diablo, 150 something miles from Ajo to, we're about 20 miles actually from Yuma. The one thing that I did not realize is, so you're cutting basically straight through the Sonora Desert, right? Just hugging the border with Mexico the entire way. I did not realize there were so many roads and trails through this freaking desert.
It's insane.
It makes me want to come back and see what else is out there.
Oh, there's a lot.
We ran into a few people, one of them was biking through. The people that we camped with, they're, coming from all different areas, and he had a whole map of the desert, and he was kind of showing us all these different roads and trails and everything, and it's remarkable. You could spend weeks out here, I guess. And
being that you're literally in the middle of nowhere, as remote as you can probably almost get in America.
Yeah.
There are roads that go every damn where.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Now it's not really off. It's off-road, but we were in two-wheel drive the entire way with no exception. It was like
there's all sorts of typical passenger vehicles out here. Not cars per se, but Liberties and
yep.
Four-wheel drive trucks and all that stuff. All the Border Patrol just uses half-ton trucks. So.
Well, and that's who mostly you run across is Border Patrol. Literally every couple hours for the last 2 days.
We've saw probably 50 in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
The whole entire trip we used less than a half tank of fuel.
Yeah, I've not even dropped down a half a tank of fuel.
Not either. Not the same. So fuel is not even a concern whatsoever. You could have actually done a lot of exploring.
Yeah, I don't know that we really even hit more than 40 miles an hour, and that was just on this last stretch here where it was mostly just sand.
Yep.
Very easy road, but man, talk about scenic and kind of out there. If you want to unplug this, I don't know that there's a better place to do it. I had no cell phone signal until literally we turned on to the Bateswell Road to get to the El Camino del Diablo, and within 10 feet I lost signal.
Yep. I've had signal for a lot of it because I have an international plane. I picked
and
up
you're
Mexican,
picking up Mexico, Mexican Verizon or
yeah,
whatever.
I picked up Mexico Verizon for a while because of my international plane. But the weird thing to think about, like you talked about when we were camping, is that, you know, people, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people have died trying to make this trip back 100 years ago with horses and buggies and all this crap. And here we are driving Jeeps, and, you know, we camp and we have an ice maker and like all these stupid amenities. Like I can't even imagine the complexity of what they dealt with.
I know, it was crazy. So we were talking on the radio while we were going on this trip, and that was one of the things that we said is, can you imagine like 100 years ago, these people are like dying of thirst making this trip, whatever, and I'm like complaining because I ran out of, you know, cell phone coverage, and I ran out of my audiobook, and I didn't have another one to listen to yet. Like, that was my biggest problem this trip, right?
Yeah,
so,
biggest problem is no audiobook.
Yeah.
But we had an ice maker.
Well, we had an ice maker. We're okay.
We're pretty spoiled, I suppose.
No, it's like I said, if you're ever down in the area, highly recommend that you make this trek. It's
pretty cool.
We
got to see
awesome.
some military helicopters out there doing some exercises and maneuvers, and you could actually hear the
simulated firing.
Firing around. I was like, it was louder than shit.
It was pretty
cool.
awesome. So
there's so much out here to see, though. I mean, there's so many stopping points and grave sites and all these different things. I mean, you could spend just days out here.
Oh no!
And there's so many roads that shoot off to different locations and stuff. Like, I don't even know how the hell you keep track of what all you've seen.
Oh yeah, there's just, like you said, every couple miles there's some fork in the road, and it takes you who knows where. I think you'd probably spend more time downloading GPS tracks than you would actually driving, as there's just so many of them out here. So, well, anyway, that's it for this trail. Thanks for watching. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add.
No, thanks.
No. Make sure you subscribe, follow along, comment on if you know, you've been down here before. Definitely a place that we'd consider coming back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, take care.
See you guys next week. Are the one hump camels slower than the two hump camels? Is it like one cylinder, two cylinder?
Is that a serious question? And welcome back.
How's it going? I'm following him home, Michigan.
Oh, you a citizen?
Yes, sir.
Does that van really work? Is that the copper one?
No, it's not the copper one. It's the cheap $20 one off Amazon. It works great.
It's the same thing?
As far as I'm concerned.
That's all that matters.
Thank you, sir. You too, buddy. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.